Spain, a country known for its rich culture, beautiful beaches, and typical cuisine. But few people know that this place also faces terrible natural disasters. In the past month, Valencia has suffered one of the most terrible disasters in history. Flash floods have engulfed the city, taking the lives of innocent people and even their property and homes. Why did this flash flood cause loss, grief, and unrelenting pain in every Valencian person in particular, and the world in general? Let's delve into the story behind this disaster, find out the causes, consequences, as well as the relentless recovery efforts of the people here, and let me show you the spirit of solidarity together to overcome difficulties and challenges. If you find it good, please click the like button and subscribe to the channel to support us so that we have more motivation to release the next videos. Thank you. Valencia, Spain is located in the Mediterranean climate, where there are long, dry seasons interspersed with extreme rains, especially in autumn. The sudden downpours put pressure on the city's drainage system. Due to the time between heavy rains that can be prolonged, the soil becomes dry and hard to absorb water when the rain comes. This leads to water overflowing the surface, causing flooding and creating strong currents, especially in low-lying areas. The increase in global temperature alters atmospheric circulation, causing more and more extreme weather events. In recent years, Spain has witnessed many unusual rainstorms with rainfall exceeding record levels. For Valencia, this change caused continuous heavy rains in a short period of time, causing water levels in rivers and streams to rise rapidly. Irrigation works and dike systems are overloaded and cannot control the flow of water inflow, causing flash floods. Valencia is a city with many low-lying areas, making it easy for water to pour into the center when heavy rain occurs. Moreover, rivers and natural drainage systems have been narrowed or changed in flow to serve the needs of urbanization, reducing the ability to drain natural water. Many residential areas are located in flood-prone locations, and the public drainage system is old, not meeting enough capacity, causing water to rise quickly and there is no way out, causing disaster in the blink of an eye. Flash floods came too quickly, making people unprepared. Dozens of people are missing, many are seriously injured, and the death toll rises as rescue teams struggle to reach areas isolated by flooding. The houses that were the homes of many families were swept away or severely damaged. Personal belongings such as vehicles, household items, and even precious keepsakes were swept away by the flash floods, leaving behind endless pain and loss. Roads, bridges, and essential infrastructure were all washed away or severely damaged, disrupting traffic and isolating some areas. The electricity and water system stopped working, causing many people to live in a shortage of electricity and domestic water. Many public buildings, including hospitals and schools, were damaged and forced to close, disrupting daily life and making it difficult for rescue and relief operations. For Valencia, the damage to property and facilities is estimated to be in the billions of euros. Farms and orchards, the main source of income for many locals, were completely destroyed, severely affecting agricultural production. Small businesses must suspend operations or close permanently, increasing the risk of unemployment and prolonged economic hardship for local communities. The people of Valencia are going through a huge mental crisis. The sudden loss of relatives, friends, and possessions leaves with unquenchable pain, with many living in an obsession with flash floods and lingering fears. Especially children and the elderly, they have difficulty adapting and overcoming psychological traumas. This experience can have long-term effects on children's mental health and future development. Local authorities and humanitarian organizations have mobilized all resources to provide food, water, and necessities to the people. Shelter areas have also been set up for people who have lost their homes. However, relief efforts have been difficult due to flash floods that have divided the area, and the amount of necessities is still insufficient to meet the needs of all affected people. Rebuilding homes and restoring infrastructure will be a long and expensive process, which can take up to several years. Many people still have to live in temporary areas facing the risk of epidemics due to unsafe sanitary conditions. Local governments must find financial resources and collaborative options to carry out reconstruction, including the reconstruction of infrastructure, housing, and public services. The horrific experiences of the people during the flash floods left profound spiritual impacts, especially children, when they often have nightmares and are afraid every time it rains. Psychological support programs are needed to help people, especially vulnerable people, to overcome their grief and reintegrate into life. Valencia needs to invest in an early warning system to promptly notify residents when there is a risk of heavy rain. This includes installing measuring equipment in critical areas and incorporating technology for continuous updates. In addition, organize natural disaster response drills so that people have experience and skills to escape in emergency situations. The government needs to improve the system of dikes and drainage ditches to reduce the risk of flooding in key areas. Bridges and roads need to be built more firmly to avoid being swept away by flash floods. At the same time, the renovation of residential areas located in flooded areas should also be considered, such as resettlement or structural renovation, to better cope with flooding. Raise public awareness of disaster risk and self-protection measures when flash floods occur, such as identifying safe areas and preparing essential items. Provide guidance on how to protect property, evacuate quickly, and support each other in critical situations. The flash floods in Valencia are a restorative warning to all of us about the dire consequences of climate change and the importance of prevention. And now, when the flood passes, leaving a scene of desolation and ruin, this scene makes us shocked when we witness the desolation and fierceness that the natural disaster has brought to the people of Valencia. But when darkness covered the whole city, mourning and grief were everywhere. Compassion and solidarity from all over the world came together in groups of volunteers to Valencia to work with the people here to overcome the consequences of the historic flood. Looking at the sight of the group of people lining up to quickly reach Valencia to support and do relief work, we cannot help but be touched by the power of solidarity. Let's create a safer world together, prepare for the unexpected. Please help those who are suffering the pain of loss and help them find their lives again after the disaster. Don't forget to leave your comments about this disaster. like the video, and subscribe to the channel so that we can share more touching and meaningful stories.